Hello and welcome to the Marine Channel. We've got a bit of beast for you today. We've got this beautiful 96 foot Monte Carlo Esmeralda of the sea, and we've done a Monte Carlo 66, but this is a different league again. There's a lot to see. We'll get a full tour. We might not be able to go to the crew area only because it's being crewed at the minute and they're having their big tender garage on this one, so it'll take a Williams 425. Obviously your jet skis and bits and pieces will happily sit out here. That's all hydraulic, and obviously your passerelle there for getting on and off if you're in the med. But let's go up these stairs and start off in the sort of rear cockpit area. What I love about these big boats is everything's on a grand scale. All your kind of cleats and your motors and all that kind of stuff. Even your storage area is the size of a cabin on the smaller stuff. But we'll pan around here. So the first thing that strikes you is this beautiful dining area. So we got some, if you like, loose seating, and then we've got some fixed seating there as well. All under this kind of hard top that extends out. Don't worry about outdoor dining though. We're going to show you the flybridge a little bit later on, and that's really quite a remarkable space. So let's move on into the saloon. So. As you can imagine, on a boat this size, there is plenty of space here for everything and everyone. Now it's a 96, it's described as the Monte Carlo 96. The actual length at waterline falls under the 24 metres, so for kind of legislation and all the rules and regulations, that's important, because once it goes over 24 metres, then it becomes a slightly different beast. So this is 30 metres overall, but 24 at the waterline, so that's important. So we've got this nice dining area here, table there for 8, a bit of art on the wall, and although it's a 2019 boat, you've got these full width sort of patio doors that will open up, and you've got them on both sides. And what's really cool is that you've actually got this kind of balcony affair, which has become more prevalent but wasn't actually on most boats of this vintage. I'm saying vintage, only 5-year-old boats, so it's not old. But this will fold down. You can imagine with these doors open, the view out across the ocean is going to be fantastic. We've got the same arrangement over on the left hand side. On a day like today where it's pretty warm, even with those doors open, you don't need the air conditioning on. Storage running down the left hand side there. And our coffee machine and bits and pieces. Obviously the galley is down in the crew quarters, but plenty of space there for your drinks and nibbles. So this is a 5-cabin design, and the owner's is on the main deck. So we'll go forward and I'll show you that one first of all. Here we are. So obviously full beam, lovely space, very tranquil. You know, there's some rooms that you come into, you go, oh, this is kind of relaxing, and this is one of them. So king size bed, a big sofa down there on the side, big TV up the front there, and then we've got a full-size walk-in wardrobe, which is rather lovely. And then across on the port side is our heads, our ensuite. So 2 compartments in here. So on this side we've got our shower compartment with a seat in case it all gets too much. Massive rainfall shower head there as well. This is quite clever as well, because the top here is kind of clear, and as you move down, see, it's frosted to save any embarrassment. Beautiful marble sink here, which is gorgeous. And then over on the left hand side we've got our loo and our bidet. Very nice indeed. So that's our master, our owner's suite, as it were. Lovely glazing, look at these windows. And the headlining on this as well, this kind of Alcantara suede, which is really nice. It also kind of tends to suppress noise a bit, so it's very, very quiet. what we'll do is we'll take a turn out of here and we'll go down to the right hand side. We'll go down to the port side actually. Depends which way you're pointing. And this is the staircase to the guest accommodation. So we've got 4 cabins down here. We'll turn immediately left and we'll go into the first of those. So this is a double. So this can also be set up as a single. So you can see there the bed is split. So you can have 2 singles in here if you wanted. Great standing headroom. A couple of, aren't they gorgeous? Those portholes with those, I don't know what you call them, kind of locks on them. Aren't they great? That's quite retro actually, I like that. TV on the wall, hanging locker, and then we've got our heads just here. Again with a seat in there. Lovely rainfall shower head. So that's double number 1. So that's 2 people looked after. Go across the way here. And then we've got another one set up as a twin. So again, my understanding is I think these can be pushed together. And then we've got a similar arrangement here with our heads, ensuite, etc, etc. Back out into the hallway. Lots of storage dotted around the place. So all our linen. Down here we got bottles and whatnot. And then you can see on the floor there, these sort of engineering area, so all these access points for getting to all the oily bits, as it were, or pipe work. And then into a fixed double. So this is a really good size room. Really good size room. Great big windows there. Again, we've got those kind of porthole designs, which I think are really cool. This lovely kind of marble finish across these surfaces. Audio system speakers up there. And then a big hanging locker wardrobe in here. And our ensuite around the back here. So again, we've got that lovely sort of double sink set up, which is nice. Loo there and shower. Got to have a little look. Probably a little shampoo and conditioner. Rather nice. And then back out to our final cabin, so our 4th cabin. Turn left, and effectively this is a mirror of what we've just seen. So same setup, again double. Big hanging lockers. Ensuite. AV, and all that good stuff. So we've got plenty of accommodation down here. We've actually got 5, if you like, doubles. And then we've actually got accommodation in the crew area for another 5 people as well. As I say, the boat's in use at the moment. I know they're having lunch, so probably won't investigate down there, but apparently a nice space. Let's just point to where the crew area is. So it's on the port side, separate staircase down. And I can hear chattering, so I won't go down there, but this is where the day heads is as well, so just in off here. So you don't need to access. Now we will show you where that staircase leads a little bit later, because that's the main helm position, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you out onto the bow. So out through the patio doors on the port side and wander up towards the bow area. And of course on a boat this size, everything is generous, should we say. Generous walkways, generous seating. And here we are. So we've got this lovely bimini set up here with these carbon fibre poles. So we've got a little bit of shade here. Got a couple of tuts for sitting on. And then obviously all our ropes and anchors and access and all that kind of good stuff for the crew to look after. Again, these oversized sun pads look amazing, don't they? I think about half a dozen people on that. So this boat's actually it's actually for sale at the moment. It's up at 7.2 million euros. It's also fully licensed and regulated for charter, so it's had a charter life. Costs about 85,000 euros a week, but it is now for sale. I'll put a link in if you fancy, you know, doing something with your 7.2 million euros. You could do worse than have something like this, but I'll put a link into the broker anyway, and you can investigate still further. Right, let's move all the way back along the side, because this is where we've got access to our engines. So down this staircase, let me tell you about the engines. We've got this kind of almost lobby area where we've got various systems and so forth, all well technical, well above my technical knowledge. And then we swing aft into the engine room, which, as you can imagine, is home to a couple of fairly large MTU engines. So these are MTU 16V M86s. These produce 2,200 horsepower each. It'll push this boat along cruising at 12 knots. It's got a maximum speed of 24, which is pretty impressive for something this size. And actually, access isn't too bad. You can see there's a ladder. There's another hatch down there, and you can move around the back of the engines. Got sight of all the filters and strainers and all that kind of good stuff. But obviously this would be a crewed boat, so you would have someone that knows the way around this area very, very well indeed. So for those of you who are engine junkies, hopefully that gave you that fix. Move back up onto the main decks. Okay, so back out into the stern. We're going to go up onto the flybridge now and be prepared to be impressed. Well, I think you're going to be impressed because this is a bit special, and I can imagine that the owner of this boat would spend most of their life up here. There we go. So starting aft, got this lovely seating area, great big table, seating for 6 or 8, and then we'll pan round and there's our jacuzzi. So wonderfully convenient. You can have your lunch in there and then you sort of this could be a food prep area, or put some snacks or drinks there if you wanted to. But isn't that lovely? Love all this teak finish on here. And it's also kind of under the shade a little bit, which is nice. You can remove this bimini. Depending on the position of the sun, you can get some sun in there on the jacuzzi, but it's quite nice to sit in there in the bubbles. Quite refreshing. And then let's pan round. Look at this spectacular seating area. So this is it's almost like we've got different zones, right? So zone 1 is our dining area, zone 2 is our jacuzzi area, zone 3 is this wonderful chill out area. Again, the soft furnishings on this, all these kind of mute tones, really cool, really nice. Flop yourself down there, read a good book, have a drink or enjoy the music. There are speakers dotted around absolutely everywhere. And then our 4th area, as I describe it, is this bar area, bar / kitchen area. So a couple of kind of high level director chairs there. And if I lift this one up, got our hot plate here for grilling our prawns or sea bream or whatever we've got. And then under here we've got our sink. I wouldn't mind being a barman on a boat like this. What a lovely view. That's zone 4, and then zone 5 is our helm. So probably going to have a professional skipper for this, I'm sure, but multi-function Raymarine screens, bow thruster, stern thruster, cameras, all the usual stuff. But actually stood up here, it's quite a good view down over the bow. There is actually on the starboard side, didn't point it out when I was there, but over on the starboard side here, we've got sort of wing helm position here, so you can look down the side for berthing. Just look out there and use these controls to be able to move the boat in. Brilliant, lovely. And this hardtop has got a big sort of fabric panel there, so I don't know if you can make that out. It's closed at the moment, but if you pull that one back, then all this area where we're sat here would be exposed to the sun. But it's definitely one of the nicest fly bridges I've seen on a boat of any size, to be honest. Not just in terms of the layout, but also in terms of sort of the colour palette, and it just feels comfortable and relaxed. It feels the kind of place you could feel at home. Okay, so I promised to tell you where that staircase led to, and this is where it is. So this is the if you like, the main bridge area. So there's 3 or 4 steps down from the flybridge. And this is where the skipper will helm from. Lovely private sort of area. So just to pan around again, that's the staircase that led down to the crew quarters, and next door to that is where we've got our day heads. So it's just 4 or 5 steps up. Got our printer and laptop and all the screens and stuff. Big area over here if you wanted to sit or chill, chat to the skipper or lie down, whatever you want to do. And that's the view across your 96-foot Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo, by the way, is a brand. So Monte Carlo was developed, if you like, by Beneteau. Beneteau, massive boat builders, build tens of thousands of boats, and they wanted to kind of introduce almost like a premium luxury brand, a bit like Toyota did with Lexus. And so they brought Monte Carlo out. Exact years, I don't know, 2010s, sometime in the 2010s, and they started to build boats like this, and they were very popular, but they actually ceased production in 2022 just because it kind of just didn't fit in with their business plan as a volume manufacturer. So unfortunately you can't go and buy a new one of these anymore, but you can buy this one, which is 6 years old. But that's the story behind the Monte Carlo brand. It's the second one that I've been on now, and I'm really impressed. I hope you have been. Hope you've enjoyed it. So listen, I'm going to perch myself over on the side here of the jacuzzi. It's got no water in it, but I can dream. And I'm going to say to all of you, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. Sorry we couldn't see the crew cabin areas, but as I say, it's a working boat, and we want to offer those people a bit of privacy, particularly in a boat show, because they're here for a few days. Yeah, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Click the subscribe button, click the alert button, and then we can let you know every time we do a new video. But I'd be really interested to hear what you think of this boat. So share your comments, share your thoughts, and keep coming back for more. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.